There's been some exciting changes with Homeowner Prep recently. So, in this episode, I just want to walk you through where we've been, where we're at, and most importantly, where we're going. Welcome to the Homeowner Prep podcast, where every week we educate and encourage aspiring homeowners to help them buy their first home faster. If you aspire to own a home, you're in the right place, so enjoy. Do us a favor and leave a review, a rating, and be sure to subscribe. Now let's get to this week's episode. Hey, real quick before we start, I want to ask you a question. How long are you going to wait before you decide to get started? I mean, you want to buy a house and you're earning income, so what's holding you back? Visit our website at homeownerprep.com/start. You can take an online assessment and set up a free 30-minute call, and we're going to put a plan together to help you get from where you are to where you truly want to be. So don't let fear hold you back from buying your first home. All right, now back to the episode. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Homeowner Prep podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's episode is a little bit different from what we normally do. As we're typically giving some advice and some insight, today I want to walk you through Homeowner Prep as a company. Now, as we've been growing over time and over the last year of having a podcast, we've seen that more and more folks are asking about who are we, what do we do, why do we do what we do? And I just want to kind of provide some context as to where we've been and kind of where we're at now with all the exciting news and changes to come. But more importantly, what our vision is in going forward and where we eventually want to get to. So let's start with just where we've been. When we started Homeowner Prep, we started this out as an internal program to a real estate company where we actually saw a problem in the industry. And I know a lot of times people say, hey, start a company based on a problem you see. And that's pretty much what we did. We didn't necessarily start a company right away, but we started an internal program. And that program was set up to help first-time home buyers who weren't quite ready to buy. So in the real estate industry, a lot of real estate agents and lenders, they want to work with people who are ready to go. If you're ready to fill out an application right now, great. If you've got the credit and you got savings, let's get going. But oftentimes what we saw was, hey, there's a lot of people out there who just don't know what it takes to get started, or they try to get started, but they weren't ready based on credit or financial issues, whatever the case may be. So we were wondering, why are these people getting pushed aside? Why aren't we helping these folks? And that's why we started Homeowner Prep as an internal program, just really sitting down with families, couples, individuals at their dinner table on Zoom and really figuring out what do you need to do in order to get ready to buy. Every situation is different. Every circumstance is different. And so what we've learned through that process over the last 5 years is really understanding what it takes to help folks not only understand the process of home ownership, but to know why they want to become homeowners and figuring out how to encourage them through the ups, downs, the challenges that are faced in everyday life. So when we started Homeowner Prep, it really was at dinner tables. It really was sitting down one-on-one with families and then walking them through the process every single month, checking in. How are you doing on your budget? How are you doing on your plans? And are we getting closer to your ultimate goal of home ownership? And that accountability really mattered. It helped families and individuals buy their first home faster and, more importantly, buy their first home smarter. And so we prepared a lot of first-time home buyers through this process over the last 5 years, and that's kind of how we've gotten to where we're at today. Now, the exciting news is that we are now officially a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And that matters because what we've been doing over the last 5 years is we've had an internal program that has been free to aspiring home buyers, so nobody was paying for this service. And so you can understand the limitations of how many people we can actually help due to lack of funding and time constraints. I'm a full-time real estate agent by trade. I'm a broker and I run my own firm. And so there was only so much time that I could allot to sitting down with families and helping them through this process. And so I understood what we needed to do in order to expand and help more people. And that goal was to create a nonprofit organization so that we could hire on folks. We can build this out to go wider and deeper with aspiring homebuyers throughout the US. So I'm happy to announce that today, yes, we are a nonprofit organization. We are a program that is growing. As I mentioned, over the last year, we've had the podcast, but we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes with families and figuring out our program from beginning to end. So that way we can train and hire additional financial coaches as we go forward. So as of today, we are looking to grow our program. We're looking for corporate sponsors. We're looking for donations from individuals and organizations that believe in our mission. And we have a strong focus on helping minority groups, the underserved communities that we've seen over the last 5 years who really need the help and really need the support. So if you're interested in supporting the mission and helping us in this process of where we're at today as a nonprofit organization and helping us grow, then I'm going to provide you with a link at the end that you can go to help support the mission. But that's where we are, and I'm really excited to talk about where we're going. Now, as a nonprofit organization, we're going to be able to have additional programs and events to reach more people in the community. We're going to start here in the San Diego market, but we're going to expand beyond. Our goal is really to reach the community where they're at and help them understand the home buying process, giving them not only the education, but the encouragement that they need to reach the end and reach their final goal, which is becoming a homeowner. So our first focus is going to be localized monthly events. We do have a program and event called Workshop on Wheels. We're also going to be teaming with other nonprofit organizations and faith-based organizations to hold local workshops and even do some online workshops. So that way we can reach folks who maybe aren't comfortable being in person or aren't necessarily in our general community. Through these additional programs and events, we'll be able to reach more people, not only here locally, and we want to be able to hire on additional financial coaches, train them on how to work with these aspiring homeowners, so that way we can help more people achieve their goals. So as we put on these events and these programs and expand our network to a wider audience, we do want to invite those who are financial coaches. We want to invite real estate professionals. We want to invite corporations who have a similar mission of helping minority or underserved communities to join our mission in helping us expand nationwide. We are on a serious mission to help thousands of families build millions in generational wealth, and we can't do it without you. I do want to provide you with the link to support the mission, and you can visit us on our website at homeownerprep.com/support. There are multiple ways that you can get involved and support the mission. You can make a one-time donation, a monthly donation, and even invite your employer to match your donation. There's also ways for a corporation to get involved through corporate sponsorships. So again, if you know of a corporation who has a similar mission that would love to join our mission, we'd love to hear from them as well. And then of course, if you just provide a service to aspiring home buyers and you want to get involved in helping them achieve their goal of home ownership, you can reach out to us and contact us on homeownerprep.com/support. Thank you to all those who have been along for the journey over the last 5 years, those who are just coming to know who we are, and those who just share our content. It really does help us expand, help us to reach more and more people. We've had almost 150,000 views on YouTube, which is amazing. We also have a network of about 5,000 folks who are following us on all the social media platforms. So if you just have a general question and you want to find the quickest, easiest way to get a hold of us, definitely reach out to us on social media. We tend to get the majority of our questions on Instagram, so you can find us at Homeowner Prep on Instagram. I hope you got some great insight into our past, our present, and more importantly, our future. And I hope you decide to support the mission as we go forward. I look forward to providing you with some more great info and insight on the next episode. And until then, be blessed. If you've enjoyed this show and got some great value from it, please be sure to rate and review. And if you're checking it out on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. That really does help us to continue the show and bring in some great guests to help you on your home buying journey.